What's up, everybody? This is Reverend Guns, and today we are doing a Glock 44. This is a 22 LR. So the first thing we want to do is a safety check. We want to press this button right here, and this will cause the magazine to come out. We don't want any cleaner on this, so we're going to set this far away from our cleaning station here. Then we are going to slide the slide all the way back and push this lever up to lock it in place. We're going to look down into the chamber there and make sure nothing is in there. See that? So now that we know it is empty, we are ready to clean. To take it apart, there are little switches on each side here. You'll grab them both at the same time and pull downward while the slide is slightly cocked back. So I hold it like this, and just a little bit, doesn't take much effort. We'll grab a hold of the switches and pull them downward. And you can let go of the slide, you can let go of the switches, and to finish taking it apart, you need to pull the trigger. Pull the trigger, and that breaks everything loose. Got the frame. We've got the guide rod and spring. We have the barrel and the slide. So I'm going to go ahead and take some cleaner here and just kind of spray everything down real quick. Get that barrel real good. And make sure you get inside the barrel. Alright, so while that's soaking, I'll explain what I've got sitting here. Cleaner, it really doesn't matter what you use. You can use anything. Some people have opinions that some work better than others. That's an all-day conversation between people, but I've been using this stuff. It's been working real good, so I'm going to continue using it. I've got a soft bristle brush, and it's got a little detail end on the end of it here. I've got a harder bristle brush for stubborn carbon. There we go. I do not use the brass or metal brushes. I don't want to take a chance on scratching or scraping anything, so I stick with the soft bristle brush. It's more than enough. It's pretty rare I ever use this one. I've got some gun oil here. I've got a gun oil rag that I use to spread it around. I have a screwdriver. I don't need it for this pistol. I have a 22 LR barrel brush, which will use the inside, clean the inside of the barrel. I've got a slotted cleaning rod. This will help finish off cleaning off the barrel, the inside of it. I have some patches. Q-tips sometimes come in handy, and then a couple of rags here to finish wiping everything off. So I'm going to start with the barrel, because it's the only thing that I really pay close attention to on how I do it. I always go in from the back. That means two things. I don't usually go from the front, because if I bang it, ding it, clank it, I don't want to damage the end of the muzzle here in any way. So go in the same side that the cartridge gets loaded into and just start scrubbing. And what you're doing is just breaking up all the carbon on the inside there. You'll feel it get a little smoother, a little easier to slide in and out. And that's what you want. Alright, brush came off here. It twists while it's going through the barrel. So that happens every now and then. So let's get a couple more passes. And now we'll grab our bristle brush and we will do a wipe down, a scrub down. Anywhere you can get. Get the end of the muzzle here. Get that feeding ramp real well. This has got a lot of small areas, so the detail brush is going to come in handy. Alright, I finished the barrel here. We will swap our bristle brush for the slotted cleaning rod. Make sure everything's on there. We'll grab a couple patches. You know what? This is a small barrel, so I'm going to do just single patch. And stick it through the slot here. Pull it through. And same direction as you did with the brush. You want to go in from the rear where the cartridge was and push it through. If it'll let you. This isn't being very nice, so what I'm going to do is take a patch and twirl it up real good, real tight. We'll stick it in there. And we'll use the slot cleaning rod here to push it through. See there? Some black on it. We're trying to get that black off. Nothing black is ever good. So we're going to take another patch. Twist it up real good, stick it in the chamber, feed it in. I'm twisting it to feed it in. And I'll use the rod to push it through. Let's see how it looks this time. It'll never be completely white. That looks pretty good. It'll turn to a light gray, and as long as you don't have anything black on there, all the carbon is out. I'm going to do that one more time just for good measure. Make sure it's nice and clean. Again, chamber side, I'm just kind of twisting it in. Use the cleaning rod here to push it through. There we go. Let's take a look at it again. Yeah, there is no black left on there. So we will give our barrel a wipe down. Get everything else that we brushed off of the barrel. All right. Look pretty good. Let's move on to the guide rod and spring. We're just going to kind of give it a brush down. If there's anything in there, getting it brushed out now. Get the ends real good. Get the end real good. We will give that a wipe down. And we'll move on to the slide. Just kind of start brushing anywhere you can. Want to make sure you get in the slide rails here real good. want those clean so it'll complete its function without any issues. We'll get the striker plate here. We'll get around the barrel end here. Get that real good. Get all the inside. Now we'll work on the outside. Get the grooves. You want to make sure you get the extractor real good. Top, get around the sight, clean anywhere you can, it's not going to hurt a thing. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's give this a wipe down. Should get a striker plate good. Get the side real good. All the holes. Just kind of wipe everything off. Get all of it out of there. Alright, that looks pretty good. Let's move on to the frame. Not gonna hurt nothing. Like I said, this is why I don't use the metal or brass brushes, so I don't have to worry about scratching nothing. Alright. Get the feed ramp here. Let's get the slide rails here. Just kind of go over everything else. Like I said, it's not going to hurt it, it's just going to clean it. Alright, let's give that a wipe down. Get everywhere you can. I'm going to wipe off any carbon that could be left in there. Alright. Now it's time for some lube. Get your gun oil. I have a rag just for gun oil, so put a little bit on there. Really not going to put anything on the guide spring here. If you want to, just kind of force it down in between the springs there. You want the rod lubed pretty much. On the barrel itself, I do the whole length of the shaft. And I'm looking for any wear marks, any little markings that look like it's been rubbing or scraped or scratched. Anything that could possibly need lubrication because it's rubbing against something. Same thing with the slide. You'll see common areas where it likes to rub. You want to make sure you get the slide rails real good, especially inside of them. Anywhere you see a rub mark. Alright, that looks pretty good. Alright, we'll do the slide rails on here. And there, kind of get the top of them a little bit. Anywhere you see little rub marks, that's where you want oil. You do not want to cover this with oil because it does collect dust and dirt, and that'll, you know, if enough gets in there, it'll cause it to not cycle properly. So I've got everything lubed. Let's put this back together. Let's take our slide and our barrel. Our barrel has a little step right here. It's actually got 2 steps. Okay, so that part of the barrel is going to be facing up if you have your slide the way I do here. Now that step is important for the guide rod. You're going to want to go down to the 2nd step when you put the guide rod in, so pay close attention to that. So stick the barrel back in the hole and push it back. It just, no effort, seats itself into place. We'll take the guide rod. One side's got a flat end. This side's got the bigger end of the spring, has a black end. That will go in the hole right below the barrel there. So you'll put it in the hole, and then you need to compress it to get it on that 2nd step, the lower one. That way it allows the guide rod to be level with the slide. Alright, on the back of the slide here, you see a couple little notches right here in the bottom. Those are where the rail attach. So you'll line them up, stick them on, and wiggle it in until it snaps into place. You heard the snap there. Now it is completely back together. Everything is functional. Awesome. Grab a clean rag here, and we will give this one more wipe down. Anything else we have possibly on here off. Awesome. You have now disassembled, cleaned, lubed, and reassembled a Glock 44 22 LR. Thanks for watching. I also offer the online course to get your Texas license to carry a handgun. It's the 4-hour class broken down into segments and saves you progress so you can do it at your own pace. After completing the course, you will be able to print your certificate. Then, it'll help you locate an instructor close to you, no matter where you are in Texas, so you can complete the shooting portion of the course. This is all certified by the Texas Department of Public Safety. Check it out at reverendguns.com. If you have any questions or comments, please add them below. Be sure to like and subscribe for more firearms education.